I'm not trying to get a boat to the moon somehow. I'm trying to get a boat so I can say, look at me now. Want to find out how? Stick around in this episode of the Side Hustle to Win experience. This is where we get together to discuss issues that you really care about. I want to personally thank you for joining me in my experience to financial freedom and coming along for the ride. Please remember that I'm not a financial advisor and to do your own due diligence and research. Before I get started, please follow me on Telegram, t.me/sidehustletowin1, and also like my page on Facebook, facebook.com/sidehustletowin1. Now, on those two, I give some exclusive updates that I don't get a chance to make a video for, such as the fact I gave a sneak preview to my followers about a brand new platform that I'm going to be making a video on soon. And I give a quick update about Bankroll Stack if you follow me on Telegram or like my page on Facebook. This episode is for the Moon Boys. We are going to talk about some tokens that I think have the potential to take us to the moon or at least get us on a boat. So this is the kind of content that you like more of. Please like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload new content. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is Bidao. Now, what is Bidao? Bidao offers many different DeFi features, and that is the hotness right now, right? If you have DeFi, anything, it has the potential to blow up. So what is it? It's a trustless USD stable coin. The first trustless USD stablecoin on Binance Chain. Remember this? I'm going to come back to it and show you why it's important. Number two, BNB is used as collateral for loans to get a trustless USD loan. And you can stake your Bidao BID tokens to earn passive income. Now, essentially what Bidao is, it's similar to MakerDAO and the Ethereum network. Bidao is doing that on the Binance Chain using BNB tokens, where MakerDAO is on the Ethereum network using Ethereum. Let's go ahead and talk about the partners. They got a lot of projects already joining the Bidao ecosystem. They got Tron. You know anything about Justin Sun and Tron, they market the crap out of the Tron, right? So hopefully they'll bring some of that marketing power over to Bidao. They also source their Oracle data from Chainlink, so you know that the data is legit. I like the fact they're partnered with Ontology, Taylor, another trustless Oracle, and the key point, Binance. With Bidao, you can get loans backed by BNB with simply clicking a button. So I like the fact that they're partnering with Binance, because why? It is the first trustless USD stablecoin on the Binance chain using Binance tokens. What do you think Binance is going to do to try to get their first trustless USD stablecoin on their chain? They're going to do pretty much whatever it takes to make sure this is successful, right? Which builds a very bright future if this project can succeed. Because if you ever heard of a little token called Compound, and you know what happened to make Compound blow up, right? They got a listing on Coinbase. Now, I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty sure Coinbase was either working with Compound or they were an early investor in Compound. If Binance is working with Bidao, there's a pretty good chance that I think Bidao is going to get listed on Binance. And then what do you think might happen to the price of Bidao then? In fact, I don't even call it Bidao. I call it Bidao, how you like me now. That's my name for the token. We're going to give a quick look at a comparison. I'm not going to say that Bidao is going to do this, but I just want to show you the comparison, right? Right now, we're looking at CoinGecko and Maker. Maker is at 436.14. The price of Bidao right now, you can get an ICO for a penny, 0.01. So that, I mean, 0.01 to 436, and you know, everything, you got different calculations, market cap and all that, but I'm just saying, you can get a lot of these tokens relatively cheap right now in the ICO, and if it does blow up, whoa, to the moon, right? For all the moon boys out there. And the good part is, right now, if you purchase the token in ICO, you get a 30% staking because they're earning by power staking, right? You can purchase the tokens during ICO and you're getting the 30% staking power. Whereas after the ICO, it drops down to 3%. So instead of 30%, it will drop down to 3%. Right now, they're still running an ICO. So if you get in now, you get 30% staking to get more tokens before the official launch. So that's a little bit about Bidao. Just remember, I'm hyped about it because I'm hoping they get listed on Binance, this project takes off, and demonstrates some sort of success similar to MakerDAO. Now, the next token I'm going to talk about is this. Whoa. Velas, your browser for the Velas ecosystem. The Velas multi-currency wallet allows you to store, stake, and transfer digital assets with the highest security available today. Now, Velas is not in ICO right now. It is already released. They just released their wallet that allows you to store and stake their tokens. Now, I want to talk about why I like Velas. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the roadmap, right? So right now, September 2019, they rolled out the wallets, they did the nodes, they did the exchange listings, and they're researching the AI, and they launched their mobile wallet. Now, what makes Velas a little bit different? Number one, I like the fact that Velas is headed by Alex Alexandrov, CEO and founder. Why is that? Because he is the co-founder and CEO of Coin Payments. If you know anything about Coin Payments is like the PayPal for crypto, right? They are a payment processor, and if you join any of the passive income platforms I've been involved in, a lot of them use Coin Payments as the payment processor. So it's wildly successful. I like the fact that it's headed by somebody that has shown experience in doing a successful cryptocurrency project, right? Coin Payments is a success. I don't think anybody can deny that. So this man has experience in developing successful things. So I like the fact that he's heading this, and I'm hoping that he will be able to take Velas to the next level. Now, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. I want to talk about what makes Velas a little bit special. And where is it? Number one, validate and process up to 30,000 transactions per second. So that is a huge transaction per second speed. The thing that all of us right now don't like about Ethereum in its current form is the fact that the transaction is slow. Now, how can it do that, right? It does that by doing something with, and let's go back to the roadmap here, the research of AI. They develop AI within the blockchain itself so that the AI will self-adjust the blockchain depending on the busyness of the blockchain. So let's say there's a lot of work right now, so it will constantly produce a lot of blocks fast, and if the blockchain is relatively quiet and idle, it will slow down the production of blocks. So it will scale itself depending on the amount of work and the amount of traffic on the blockchain. So I like that. That's something pretty intuitive and innovative, because I have not heard of many other blockchain doing something like this, where they're incorporating AI into the blockchain itself so that it can self-adjust to the demands, right? So that's the part I like, and I'm hoping that Velas can, blow up, because right now, if you can stake Velas in its own wallet for, I think, whatever the percentage is, I don't remember exactly, but it's a rough percentage. The thing I wanted to mention is, right now, after all their exchange listings, you can stake on the exchanges for a higher bonus because they're having a promotion. And the last part I want to mention about Velas is this. Right now, they're currently listed on 220 on CoinMarketCap. If they can just get themselves listed on a big exchange and get their full volume accounted for, this token has the potential to move up the charts relatively fast. And if it does do that, then you're going to get a lot more eyes on it and hopefully blow up with the additional exposure, right? So I'm hoping for that to happen, which is why I'm getting in. I like having a successful CEO of another company, and then naturally you have a partnership where whatever Velas does, you can just translate that into Coin Payments. They're already talking about a one-to-one payment system with Coin Payments, where it's going to be a smooth transition. You're not even going to be noticing anything. So I like that. Now, the third one I want to talk about is this. Ava Labs. Ava Labs wants to build the internet of finance. It is an open source platform for launching highly decentralized applications, new financial primitives, and new interoperable blockchains. It is a base layer token. So what this, you can think of it as another, well, you know what? Think of it this way, as a competitor to Ethereum, except they're targeting the finance space. Like I mentioned, DeFi anything. That's the hotness right now. DeFi anything has the chance to blow up. To start with, the Internet of Smart Things, the Internet of Blockchains, so on and so forth, is backed by a bunch of people. And I want to show you this. You can launch customized blockchains, private and public. The key is I want to talk about is private. So we know Ethereum. You can track anything on the Ethereum, right? That's the beauty of the Ethereum blockchain. If it happens on the blockchain, you can track it. You see exactly what happens. However, that kind of model is not ideal for everybody, especially businesses. Businesses will need to have some sort of private blockchain because they don't want all their actions and transactions to be on the blockchain for some other company to find out. Let's pretend you're going through like a merger, right? Company A is trying to buy company B. And you don't want people to know that you're buying company B because you don't want to pay a higher price because somebody else knows you're buying company B. Well, woo, I better get a piece of that company B, and then boom, you go all in. If it was happening on the blockchain, you know right away, hey, why is this wallet transferring all these, whatever it is, to company B's wallet, right? You know something's happening there. Boom, let me get a piece of company B. Which is why some companies and businesses will need to have a private blockchain. Whereas Ethereum is public, Ava Labs can, this is their niche, right? They can go into finance, especially with financial records. You don't want that, your financial records to be out there, right? You want to have all your sales, all your inventory, all that financial information to be stored on a private blockchain so that not everybody in the world knows exactly what's going on with you. And you can also use it to create trade digital assets. I like that. And you can, of course, build scalable smart contracts and dApps, right? Because Avalanche is a base layer token just like Ethereum. So then you can do smart contracts. But the biggest thing is the private part. So why is that important? It's because of the fact that, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of this here. Compared Avalanche and Ethereum to Zoom and Skype. So essentially, Zoom was able to overtake Microsoft-owned Skype despite a 15-year technical lead. So you can think of it this way. Skype came along a lot way before Zoom did, right? It's been around in the game for a long time. But recently, Zoom blew up and it's overtaking Skype. So all the other base layer tokens and blockchains are trying to do that. Ethereum is the Skype. And Ava Labs is trying to be Zoom to overtake it. And the other part I want to mention is this. It is founded by the Cornell professor Emin Gun Serir, who has previously worked on a scaling solution for Bitcoin. So you know, this guy is legit. He's been working on a scaling solution for Bitcoin, but he said, you know what? I am going to do Ava Labs instead because I'm going to put all that experience into Ava Labs. So I like that. I want to talk about real quick. Now, Ava Labs is still going to go through their public sale. So they already did the seed sale. They already did a private sale. Coming up in July, they're doing a public sale. There's going to be two options for it, right? Number one, it's going to be 50 cents a token. Option B, it's going to be 85 cents a token. Now, why is there a difference, right? You're like, oh, wait a minute. Why would I go with option B over option A? It's cheaper. Well, the major thing is this. There is going to be a lockup period. Whereas with option B, there is not going to be a lockup period. So with the lockup period, people that get the token at a cheaper price, you're holding the floor by having the lockup period. Now you may be asking yourself, well, if public sale has a lockup period, do the private sale and the seed sale, did they have a lockup period? Yes, they did. Private sale also had a lockup period. Seed sale also have a lockup period. I also like the fact that the public sale price for 50 cents a token is the same price as the private sale, folks. So now you know the two groups here, they're going to hold the price floor at least at 50 cents because that's where they got in at. Whereas the public sale folks, they bought at 85 cents. They're going to have to, wait until they're not going to dump their tokens anywhere below 85 cents, right? So you're already winning. You're already winning ahead right now with if you buy the option A, you're already winning. Just saying. Okay, and then the other thing is the fact that there's a lot of demand for Ava Labs token sales, so you will have to go through a strict KYC. And I heard that the whole entire process is going to be very strict and very hard to get into. And I'm hoping that I get into this public sale. We'll see what happens. But I'm pretty pumped about the fact that AVAX could become the, and I'm going to use quotes here, Ethereum killer, because we heard that term being thrown around a lot, like Cardano, like a bunch of other stuff. But AVAX has a chance to do that. Avalanche Labs has a chance to do that, and that's pretty much all these tokens here that I talk about. Avalanche Labs. I'm sorry. Why can't I say this right? Avalanche Labs, Velas, and Bidao. All of these are Moonshots, Moonboy tokens, where hopefully it will just blow up and get you to the moon, or get you on a boat, get you a boat. Bidao is obviously the cheapest at 1 cent per token, still in ICO phase. Velas has already is on the exchanges. Hopefully they get on a bigger exchange, which will increase the exposure, which hopefully will drive up the price of it. And then Avalanche Labs, AVAX, is going to go through their public sale in July. So which one out of those three interests you? Is it Bidao, because it's the cheapest? A lot of folks like getting cheap tokens and hoping that it blows up, right? Is it Velas, because they have a working product, they're already listed on exchanges, they're doing things already, they got a successful CEO that shows their successful experience? Or is it Avalanche, where you're trying to get in on the next Ethereum killer, which this has the potential to be? It could be the private Ethereum killer chain, blockchain that finance and DeFi needs for all those financial companies that don't want to share their financial records with anyone. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts. I also want to hear your Moonboy tokens, right? Things that you think this has a chance to moon. And leave your reason why. I would like to review those. Let me know. Hook a brother up. I'm always looking for tokens, ideas, or anything really. I mean, your boy SideHustle, I like to do a little bit of everything. If anything, your boy SideHustle is diversified, because all you need is a little bit of these tokens, and if they do a 10x, 100x, or in some case a 1000x, you don't need a whole lot to make a lot of profits when something goes 100x or 1000x. You've been enjoying the content in this video? Here are a few other videos that I think you'd be into. If you have not done so by now, please like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And as always, leave things better than when you found them, and get your hustle on.